afternoon, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, the Elwood-John H. Glenn High School Class of 2017. At this point, may I ask the members of the audience to please rise and remain standing as Matthew Weiss, the all-school president of John H. Glenn High School, leads us in our Pledge of Allegiance, after which the Elwood-John H. Glenn High School Band will perform our national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
May you remain standing for a moment of silence in remembrance of those family members and friends of significance to our graduates who have passed away and are not able to physically be with us tonight. But we know they are here in spirit. Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you, Ms. Henson and the members of the high school band for sharing your musical talents for us during the processional and the Star-Spangled Banner. Before we get into our commencement exercises, a little bit of housekeeping. We ask that you take this moment to silence all cell phones and electronic devices. In addition, when the time comes, we will be taking photographs of all graduates as they are receiving their diploma. There will also be a photo taken of each of the graduates after they have received their diploma. That will be occurring off stage in front of the stands. All of these photos will be available on the photographer's website for your review and purchase. You will be receiving an email within 24 hours directly from the photographer with the necessary information to view the individual photos of your son or daughter. So welcome to the 55th commencement exercises of the Elwood-John H. Glenn High School, honoring the graduating class of 2017. It is truly a pleasure to see all of you here today. Parents, guardians, grandparents, brothers and sisters, other relatives, and good friends. And for those of you watching the ceremony from home on our webcast as well. So a thank you to Mr. Gene Tranchino and his staff for their efforts to make that happen. Please note that we are adjusting our commencement exercises to respond to the possible rain heading our way, although things seem to be going okay at this moment. So as we begin, please allow me to introduce a few of the people who have served in the education of your children over the course of the past 13 years. Beginning on your left are our guidance counselors, Ms. Adrienne Nasser, Ms. Carolyn Polina, and Ms. Lisa Sally. On my left, your right, we welcome the Board of Education and the District Administration, beginning with our Board President, Mr. Michael Lamena, our Board Vice President, Ms. Julia Freed, Trustees, Ms. Heather Mamalito, Mr. James Tomio, and Mrs. Deborah Weiss. From District Administration, we have our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Kenneth Bossert, our Assistant Superintendent for Business, Ms. Kerry Laughlin, our Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, Mrs. Maureen Hull, our Director of Special Education, Mrs. Diane Wilkinson, our Director of Math, Science, and Technology, Mrs. Eileen Kelly Gorman, our Director of Humanities, Mrs. Fine, our Director of Athletics, Mr. Dave Shanahan. Also, some of our fellow building administrators are here with us this afternoon. The middle school principal, Dr. Hugh Giganti. Our Boyd Avenue principal, Mrs. Denise Toscano. Our Harley Avenue principal, Mrs. Alyssa Milan. And assisting with our graduates, the wonderful high school assistant principals, Mr. Tom Coletti and Mr. Leroy Cole. We also have innumerable high school faculty and staff members here, and I thank them all for joining us. And for those of you who do not know me, I am Carissa Brzezinski, the principal of John Glenn High School, and it is truly my honor to lead this afternoon's commencement exercises. I would like to continue by acknowledging some very important people who have been instrumental over the years that have helped us get to where we are today. My first thanks goes out to the Pta Council, our John Glenn High School PTSA, and SEPTA for their generous support all year in hosting various events for the students and parents of the district, and for their assistance in keeping parents informed of the activities occurring in the high school. I would like to specifically thank our PTA Council President, Mrs. Kathleen Koster, our PTSA President, Mrs. Terry Zenobio, and our SEPTA President, Mrs. Anna Umstetter. It has been an absolute pleasure working with you this past year. These three ladies are truly very special individuals who I feel very blessed to work with. Thank you so much. As you can imagine, planning an event like this takes a tremendous amount of coordination to make it happen in an organized and dignified manner. In addition to all of our staff who are working here this afternoon to move the ceremony along, a special thanks goes to those involved with the preparation that has taken place for the past months, weeks, and hours leading up to today. Thank you to the clerical support in the main office and guidance, especially my assistant, Miss Irene Doherty, for their time and diligent efforts to ensure that every detail was taken care of today. Also of great assistance are our fabulous guidance counselors, the custodial and maintenance staff, our paraprofessionals, and of course, the two best assistant principals anyone could ask for, Mr. Leroy Cole and Mr. Tom Coletti. I am truly blessed, as you will hear me say over and over again, to work with such an incredible team, and I thank everyone for their dedication, helping to ensure that today got done. So here we are. Members of the Elwood Free School Board of Education, Dr. Bossert, fellow staff, family members, friends of the graduate, and to our honorees, the class of 2017. Good afternoon. We thank you for joining us this ceremony to celebrate your successes. I've had the pleasure of working with these fine young men and women over the past few years, and I must say that I am truly impressed with what they have accomplished throughout their high school career. Our students, your children, have represented John Glenn well in the classroom, on the athletic fields, and at various musical performance and art displays, and within the community throughout their years here. This truly is a well-accomplished group. I would like to take some time to highlight some of their accomplishments. As indicated in the program, this year, John Glenn High School instituted the Cum Laude system to recognize our high-achieving students. Cum laude is a Latin term that translates to with honor in English. Magna cum laude means with great honor, and summa cum laude means with greatest honor. Congratulations to the members of the class of 2017 for achieving this great distinction. May I ask the students graduating, having earned a weighted average of 94 to 94.99 and are graduating with honor, to stand as I call your name. Karen Avila, Harrison Brink, Thomas Cherry, Paige Costa, Taylor Gambella, Courtney Leff, Andrew Luley, James McGrath, Deirdre McNeary, Sarah Lynn Mesador, Samantha Moore, Kyle Morlock, Francesca Pino, Cecilia Colbert, Lucas Schindler, Julianne Schneider, Tyler Song, and Matthew Tafano. Congratulations. Please be seated. Will the students who have earned a weighted average of 95.0 to 96.49 and are graduating with great honor, please rise as I call your name. Annabelle Adames, Jessica Berman, Amanda Emmerich, Kimberly Free, Madison Hausch, Emma Hines, Edward Holweiser, Lauren Itzler, Audrey Layton, Kristen Maldonado, Maggie McGuckin, Casey Wallaloo, Natalie Poblante Infante, Michaela Riley, Isabella Santinelli, Jessica Siegel, Eva Sheldon, Carly Summers, Matthew Storch, Joseph Suslick, Gregory Thornhill, and Victoria Vidalich. Congratulations. Please be seated. And for those having earned a weighted average of 96.5 to 100 and who are graduating with the greatest honor, our summa cum laudes, please rise. Jordan Bryan, Christopher Chilinsky, Samantha Siaka, Giovanna Jerizma, Alyssa Ramondo, David Hermans, Michael Hermans, Christopher Kwan, Derek Lee, Kaylee Liebler, Anthony Marashulo, Catherine McPherson, Samantha Michaelis, Adam Miller, Anju Okamura, Deanna Paperno, Alyssa Pipia, Allison Prado, Caitlin Spitek, and Justin Yaskowitz. Congratulations. Please be seated. Among the students graduating summa cum laude, I would like to take this moment to acknowledge, in alphabetical order, our top 10 academically performing students. Please rise when I call your name. I will also identify the university you will be attending in the fall. Jordan Bryan, Cornell University. Samantha Siapa, Villanova University. Michael Herman, Boston University. Christopher Kwan, Rensselaer Polytech Institute. Derek Lee, Cornell University. Kaylee Liebler, Providence College. Catherine McPherson, University of Virginia. Alyssa Pipia, Cornell University. Allison Fredo, The Ohio State University. And Caitlin Spitzak, Binghamton University. Ladies and gentlemen, our top 10 of John Glenn High School. Thank you. These students have earned this accomplishment while taking a multitude of advanced placement and honors level courses and balancing the demands of their intense schedules filled with a variety of extracurricular, athletic, and community service commitments. Their accomplishments are indeed impressive. Additionally, throughout the year, I've also celebrated with many of you as we have honored our student inductees into the National Honor Society, Art Honor Society, World Language Honor Society, Tri-Am Music Society, and other accomplishments at our Senior Academic Awards ceremony a few weeks ago. It is clear that the young men and women seated before you have taken advantage of the top-notch educational program offered here at Glenn. Again, they are pretty remarkable. Intelligence and dedication to academics is certainly worthy of recognition, but the students at Glenn do not stop there. The class of 2017 is also comprised of true leaders who have consistently served their school and community as members of student council, captains of a team, officers in a club, and in various organizations in their community. I am confident that we are in the presence of true leaders who are ready to leave John Glenn and go out and make a positive impact on the world. Ladies and gentlemen, we're counting on you. John Glenn High School is also home to some incredibly talented musicians and artists, all of whom have displayed their talents at various exhibits, concerts, performances this past year. These students possess a special talent and a unique thought process. As musicians and artists, they are asked to problem solve and think differently. I am confident that these students, your children, will use these skills throughout their lives to help solve the problems while making the world a more beautiful place. The class of 2017 has also demonstrated talent on the athletic fields, earning us a myriad of accolades throughout the years. This year, in particular, we were recognized as a New York State School of Distinction, in that 75% of our athletes on our teams earned a GPA of 90 or better. We thank all of our athletes for their commitment to their academics and team. They have certainly represented John Glenn High School with dignity and pride. The class of 2017 also made it a priority to spend time helping others. They were members of Natural Helpers, Freshman Buddies, Habitat for Humanity. They participated in community events such as Relay for Life, and when their fellow classmates were suffering and in need, they came together to find ways to offer support. They are good people with good hearts. Our graduates are indeed remarkable people, but I know that they did not get to be who they are on their own. They are a product of your love and support and guidance over the years. In my opening letter to the Elwood community, I remarked that it takes a village to raise a child. I know that firsthand as I rely on so many good people to help me raise my 2 children. But I also know that it starts at home. Moms and dads of the graduates, you have done well. Your children are representative of the strong values and ethics that you have instilled in them. Your efforts do not go unnoticed. You have worked hard to produce good young men and women. I know you must be so proud of your sons and daughters. Congratulations. To all of the grandparents and great-grandparents of the graduates, it all started with you. Without you, the class of 2017 would not be here today. I am confident that your love, support, and words of wisdom along the way have been integral to shaping the members of the class of 2017. I know that many of the great life lessons that I have learned came from conversations with my grandparents. So congratulations to you as well. And to all of our brothers, sisters, relatives, and friends of the graduates, you have been there to support our graduates throughout the years, and I know that they love you for it. As you have all taken time to celebrate with them today, the class of 2017 would like to express their gratitude to you. So will the class of 2017 please rise and face the Elwood Village that has helped to raise you, the children, now young adults, of John Glenn. Please be seated. They do love you. Moms and dads, you have chosen to live in the Elwood School District because you wanted to be a part of a community that reflects your values and your belief in education. As a result of that fine choice, your children have been fortunate to have some of the most dedicated, intelligent, hardworking, and caring professionals that I have had the opportunity to work with. The members of the Board of Education, administration, faculty, and staff of the Elwood School District care deeply about your children. Their commitment over the last 13 years has undoubtedly helped to prepare the class of 2017 for life after public school in Elwood. Together with the class of 2017, we offer our deepest gratitude for your service to them. Please join me in a round of applause for all those who have worked with and for the students of the class of 2017. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Bossert and the members of the Elwood Union Free School District Board of Education for giving me the opportunity to serve as the principal of John Glenn High School. This is a special place comprised of special people, and each day I am grateful and honored to be able to serve in this capacity. To the parents of the graduates, thank you for all of your support and trust in me as I, in concert with the faculty, staff, and administration of John Glenn High School, work to provide the best educational experience for your children. As an educator and a parent, I've always treated your children as if they were my own, and they truly are wonderful. I must also acknowledge and thank my husband, James, for his support as I transitioned to the role of the principal this year. He knows how much I love what I do and the time it takes to try and do it right. I could not do it without his support. And finally, to the class of 2017, a huge thank you. You really have had a great 4 years. From pep rally to senior day and banquet, to the first annual graduation walk, and a fantastic prom last night. You have conducted yourselves in the best possible light. I also thank you for sharing your lives with me. I've had the pleasure of getting to know so many of you and have learned that you are really good people who will do really great things in life. Many of you have also welcomed my own children into your lives as they have celebrated with you at various events throughout the year. and it warms my heart that I've been able to blend my family with my John Glenn family. So thank you. So as you leave Elwood and go off to do the great things in life, I would like to share some advice given to me from my parents, grandparents, and mentors along the way. Number 1, be yourself. Each of you is unique in your own way. There is no one else like you. You have your own special talents and a lot to offer this world. Love yourself, respect yourself, or no one else will. You teach people how they ought to treat you, so treat yourself kindly. Be your best you. Do not compare yourself to anyone else. The root of all depression is comparing yourself to others. There will always be someone with something that you want or do not have, just like you will always have something that someone else does not have. Just run your own race. Become a part of a quality circle. My mother used to say, "Show me your company and I will tell you who you are." I wasn't exactly sure what she meant by this when I was younger, but as I got older, I realized the significance of this profound statement. It is important to surround yourself with good people, people who make you feel good about yourself, people who will help you, stretch you to become a better person than you are today. As many of you had read this year in Tuesdays with Maury, this is also one of the keys to happiness in life. Maury developed his own culture, his own discussion groups. He took time to take walks with friends and work with poor people. He created a cocoon of human activities, conversation, interactions, and affection, and it filled his life like an overflowing fishbowl. Be a hard worker. I read somewhere that the capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill, and the willingness to learn is a choice. Do not take your education for granted. It is a gift. It is the true equalizer. It is the foundation of our democracy. Appreciate it. Remain endlessly curious and do your very best, because in life, luck is when hard work meets opportunity. Become who you want to be. Live the life that you've imagined. Go out and pursue your dreams with vigor and zeal. Do not let any obstacle get in your way. Be better each day than you were yesterday. I've learned that we all have struggles. Do not let your struggles determine your future. No matter where you have started on this journey, no matter what struggles you have had along the way, you have all finished the same way, together. Now you have the opportunity to start again anew. So set goals to do better and be better than you did yesterday. Continue to be a good person. Treat people how you would want to be treated. Be kind, be helpful, be patient, be understanding, and try to leave every place better off than it was before you came. Be a person of character. Life will always throw unfair things your way. It is easy to be a good person when things are going your way, but true character is defined by how we deal with adversity. May you handle the challenges ahead with dignity and grace. Be grateful. It has been said that grateful people live happy lives. Do not focus on the things that you don't have more than the things that you do have. Look around. Take personal inventory of all of the blessings that you have with you today. Focus on the fact that you have special talents and the gift of living in a country where you have the freedom to go out and pursue becoming the person that you want to be. And lastly, be mindful of how you spend your time, who you spend your time with, and what you spend your time doing. Time is valuable. How you spend it will ultimately determine your future, and time is now. Value this time, this moment. Life is filled with many paradoxes, such as plan for the future, but enjoy the moment. And to all of you here now, I hope that the next phase of your journey, you find every opportunity to pursue your passion and that you find and experience true happiness in life. I am so proud of you all. Thank you. At this time, I would like to take a moment to recognize a member of the class of 2017 who has passed away far too young and could not be here with us today. Sarah Boss. Sarah was a shy girl with a smile that could melt your heart. She had a gentle spirit and a kind soul. She sought to help those less fortunate and freely gave of herself. Sarah left an imprint on everyone that she met. Sarah had a great love and appreciation for her friends, Emily, Erica, Eva, Deirdre, Isabella, Olivia, and Sammy. There is no doubt that Sarah is smiling down on you today. So proud of all of your accomplishments and wishing you well in the next chapter of your lives. Sarah's family remembers her as a bright light who brought incredible love, laughter, and joy to their lives. Sarah is greatly missed, but there is some comfort in the legacy that she leaves behind. As it said, a life that touches others goes on for forever. In memory of her bright light, I ask Mr. and Mrs. Boss and their daughter, Brianna, to join me at the podium as I present them with this diploma in honor of Sarah. So, as I mentioned, we have to adjust the program in light of the weather. So we're going to skip ahead and hopefully circle back to some beautiful speeches and remarks that your classmates and honored guests have prepared for you. But it is time to present the class of 2017 to our superintendent of schools. Dr. Bossert has joined the Elwood School District last July. And over the past year, he has made it his commitment to get to know our students in many ways, including his senior roundtable discussions. His support of the high school students, faculty, and staff is truly appreciated, and his commitment to excellence is without question, as he subscribes to the mindset that the race to excellence has no finish line. Dr. Bossert, I speak on behalf of the entire high school staff and student body in sharing our deep appreciation for the leadership with vision, compassion, and commitment that you have brought to our district. And now we come to the reason as to why we are all gathered here today. Dr. Bossert, it is with a great deal of pride and pleasure I present to you a very special group of young men and women, the class of 2017, all who have successfully completed the requirements necessary for an Elwood-John H. Glenn High School diploma. All of us here today join you in the joy of seeing you officially authorize them as graduates.
I do hereby certify and attest in accordance with the laws and regulations of the State of New York, the New York State Board of Regents, and the Elwood Public School District, that all those students here present have successfully completed all requirements necessary to graduate from Elwood-John H. Glenn High School.
Annabelle Adamus. Kyle Adamades. Justin Albert. Cole Albino. Kevin Amir. Zachary Ansowitz. Mark Andriacci. Jared Applebaum. Anthony Aramolo. Michael Oferio. Karen Avila. Stephen Bender. Rachel Berlin. Jessica Berman. Kimberly Borden. Hannah Brink. Harrison Brink. Ernest Brown. Jonathan Bryan. Jordan Bryan. Brandon Buckbinder. Jordan Buckbinder. James Byrne. Damian Caffrey. Victor Canasquillo. Brian Chavez. Thomas Cherry. Matthew Cheshire. Kira Cheshire. Nicholas Chiappa. Cameron Chiodo. Christopher Chewinski. Alexander Christofides. Samantha Siapa. Isaiah Cintron. Rebecca Coffey. Gabriella Competiello. Julia Connors. Nicole Contreras. Ruben Contreras. Paige Costa. Matthew Coyle. Thomas Tchepa. Deja Davis. Catherine Day. Jean DeLance. Brandon Diaz. Joseph Dougherty. Alexander Dukas. Amanda Emmerich. Ashley Angers. Emily Evans. Gavin Farina. Emily Thatcher. Kristen Felizari. Jordan Ferguson. Ryan Foley. Olivia Franchi. Kimberly Freed.
Matthew Galati. Taylor Gambella. Angelina Gennady. Alexa Garambon. Giovanna Garisma. Alyssa Gramado. Joseph Gresky. Luis Gutierrez. Colin Haber. Pooja Halder. Connor Hallis. Cheyenne Hamilton. Tyler Hansen. Madison Hausch. Caitlin Healy. David Hermans. Michael Hermans. Emma Hines. Edward Holreiser. Morgan Houlihan. Aaliyah Inez. Lauren Itzler. Victoria Jagudan. Luke Karen. Amanda Keene. Bridget Kelly. Miriam Khan. Justin Kohler. Thomas Kuntz. Christopher Kwan. Corinne LeMay. Alyssa Lampros. Derek Lee. Courtney Leff. Mark Lehmuller. Audrey Layton. Nicole Lewis. Kaylee Liebler. Jake Linsalata, Luis Yano, Julia Lombardi, Christopher Lopez, Andrew Luley, Anna Madrid, Andrew Malakaskis, Kristen Maldonado, Anthony Marashulo, Vincenzo Mariano, Amanda Matos, Connor Mayette, Kelly Mazzola, James McGrath, Maggie McGuckin, Deirdre McNerney, Brett McNiff, Catherine McPherson, Sarah Lynn Mesidor, Jillian Meyer, Samantha Michaelis, Adam Miller, Erica Miller, Jacqueline Miller, Samantha Moore, Kyle Morlock, Jessica Morris, Michael Mortati, Joseph Machnicki,
Bradley Napolitano, Syed Nosher, Peter Noonan, Anju Okamura, Casey Wallalu, Jesse Pagan, Stephanie Paredes, Terry Park, Tony Park, Wyatt Peacock, Deanna Paperno, Christopher Pincott, Francesca Pino, Alyssa Pipia, Alec Plunkett, Natalie Poblete Infante, Savannah Polito, Caitlin Poland, Cecilia Povera, Lucas Pecora, Michael Porter, Allison Prado, Maggie Prunty, Mohammed Qureshi, Michaela Riley, Julia Rinaldi, Kyle Rinker, Ruben Rosario, Colette Rotkamp McKenzie, Patrick Rowland, Raina Roy, Miranda Brzezinski. James Russo. Brittany Russo. Jack Ryan. Nicholas Sachalari. Isabella Sanzanelli. Jacqueline Santagata. Nina Santiago. Joanna Santiago. Orlando Santiago. James Shebler. Lucas Schindler. Julianne Schneider. Mark Scurry. Jessica Siegel. Eva Sheldon. Maya Silvestri. Robert Solis. Carly Summers. Tyler Song. Andrew Song. Matthew Storch. Joseph Suslak. Caitlin Svitek. Antoine Swain. Kayla Tarasso. Anthony Tessie. Gregory Thornhill. Kyle Tiernan. Nicholas Torzilli. Matthew Tufano. Victoria Vidalich. Christian Villatoro. Maria Vidaretti. Serena Vito. Michaela Ward. Matthew Weiss. Sarah Whiteman. Justin Yaskowitz. Thomas Zenobio. Rachel Zimmerman.
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2017. To welcome to the podium our all-school president, Matthew Weiss, to share some of his remarks on behalf of the Elwood-John H. Glenn High School student body. I've had the opportunity to get to know Matthew over the past few years. He is a young man who is bright, motivated, possesses a strong desire to serve as a leader, and can be quite silly at times. His goal has been to consistently help improve John Glenn High School and make it a place of excellence in every aspect. His pride in and love for the Elwood community is evident in everything he does. Matthew has been elected to serve as the president of his class each year since the 5th grade. This year, he continues to serve the John Glenn community as our all-school president. Serving in this capacity, he was involved in a multitude of government activity, as well as representing John Glenn High School with reports of our activities at each of the monthly board meetings. Matthew will be attending University of Maryland, College Park this fall, where he will continue to pursue his passion in government and politics. It is my pleasure to introduce to you our all-school president, Matthew Weiss.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Board of Education, Dr. Bossett, our Superintendent of Schools, all district administrators, faculty and staff, our principal, Mrs. Brzezinski, and assistant principals, Mr. Cole and Mr. Coletti, for all their support throughout the years. It has been an amazing educational journey, and on the behalf of the class of 2017, we thank you for providing us with an exceptional educational experience. I would also like to thank you, family and friends, for joining us today, the class of 2017, for our graduation ceremony. We are here today to celebrate and honor the start of a new chapter for the students sitting here next to me. Each and every one of us are authors of our own story. This story starts at birth and ends when we pass. The chapters are created by milestones in our life that create the people we end up becoming. Today marks the start of a new chapter. Today, we graduate high school and begin a new part in our lives. Next year, all of us, no matter where we go or what we do, will take on new challenges and face different obstacles. Life is filled with a constant cycle of successes and failures that help shape the people we turn out to be. For 13 years, each and every one of you started to prepare for the next part of our lives that we are about to enter. Every experience has given us some insight to how life can be lived. There are no formal set of instructions for how to truly live your life. It is left open to us to decide how we want to live our life and what we want to do. As John Glenn graduates, I ask you all to make a name for yourself. You are all special. Each of you have special qualities that set you apart from everyone else. Embrace your special talents. Show people that you are more than a name on a piece of paper or a person behind a desk. Go out and embrace all life has to offer you. Do not let any opportunity pass you by. Over the past 13 years, I have come to know each and every one of you in some way or another. So I can honestly say that I know that each one of you has something special about you that no one else has. Please do not let anything or anyone step in your way of greatness. Let everyone you meet know that Elwood, New York is not just a small town that is next to Harbor Fields. Let people know that John Glenn High School creates special young men and women that have a passion and desire for greatness. I ask of 3 things. Become leaders. Be happy. Be healthy. And most importantly, live every day like it is your last. I love each and every one of you and cannot wait to hear about the special things you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Matthew. It is my pleasure to welcome the president of the class of 2017, Ms. Casey Wallaloo, to come and share her remarks on behalf of her classmates. Casey is an intelligent, motivated, spirited, kind, mature young woman. She is one of John Glenn's top students and has earned success outside of the classroom as well. Casey has held every leadership role in student council since the 9th grade and currently serves as our senior class president. When she was not tending to her academics, Casey spent much of her downtime working with the members of student council to help organize important school events such as junior prom, class ring breakfast, Mr. Glenn, and last night's fantastic senior prom. As a true leader, full of school spirit, Casey was determined to make John Glenn High School a memorable experience for each of you here. I am confident that Casey will continue to demonstrate true leadership and passion and make positive imprints as she pursues her post-secondary endeavors in government and politics at Loyola University this fall. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2017 President, Ms. Casey Wallaloo.
Good afternoon to all parents, families, faculty, administration, and the class of 2017. Perhaps of all of our emotions, gratitude is the most difficult to express. For how can we adequately convey our gratitude to the many people who have touched our lives in special ways? Somehow, though, I am going to try. To our parents, who channeled our potential and encouraged us with the wonder of our undiscovered selves. To our principal, administration, teachers, and counselors who rattled us out of our comfortable complacency and challenged us with the dynamic process of learning. To our friends who shared with us the joys and disappointments, laughter, and tears that were so much a fabric of these past 4 years. Our parents, family, teachers, and friends have given to us abundantly, and the gratitude of our hearts will be theirs long past this graduation day. The Buddha may well have said it best. Every hello is the beginning of a new goodbye. With that, I would like to believe that every end can be a beginning, and that every goodbye can be a new hello. So here's to the end of an era and a new beginning. Change is an inevitable part of life. It makes the journey we are on both daunting and adventurous. As we graduate high school, many changes become mandatory. The reality of just how different our lives are going to be impacted me on June 9th, our last day of classes. I found myself attempting to impress in my memory an indelible collage of the commonplace activities that fashioned our senior year. The opportunity to be with friends on senior priv, the deafening screams at pep rally that oftentimes left me feeling lightheaded, the struggle to construct a homecoming float that didn't come in last place, and the rush to beat the buses in the parking lot after school. These experiences have taken on a new level of significance. Today, we are graced with the opportunity for a fresh start. This is our time to take pause and reflect on where we are now and where we will go next. May we strive to embrace this new chapter with courage, an open mind, and with commitment to discover and implement the gifts we have been given. As a 5th grade student, I memorized excerpts of a speech for a school presentation. It was written by Maria Shriver, and in closing, I would like to share her insightful wisdom with you. It is entitled, "Just Who Will You Be?" The day has come, the tests are over, the future's begun. It's a little bit scary, exciting too, to go out into the world and find out who is you. And that's what will happen now that high school is done. So here's what I'm asking, and you, ask it too. Just who will you be? Will you follow the crowd or follow your gut? Sometimes you'll feel lonely, sometimes you'll feel lost. If you want to achieve, sometimes that's the cost. If you don't stick your neck out, you'll be safe, it's true, but you also won't find out who is the real you. Be playful and joyous and take time to breathe, because it isn't your job that defines who you'll be. So here's the same question coming right back at you. Just who will you be? So it's not on the outside, the things you can see. It's the stuff on the inside that shows who you will be. If you follow your heart and just listen to me, you'll turn into the you are destined to be. With that in mind, just who you will be is up to you. And so today is both an ending and a beginning. Our time spent at John Glenn will forever be in our hearts. As we say hello to our new beginnings, let us not say goodbye to each other, but rather, arrivederci, until we meet again. Thank you.
Thank you, Casey. I would also like to welcome another remarkable young lady to join me on the podium, our Salutatorian, Samantha Siapa. Samantha is a very talented and self-motivated young woman who strives for perfection in all that she does, academically and athletically. Samantha has shared with me that she attributes her success to her early days in gymnastics and the love and support of her parents. As such, she has been able to explore many interests and passions throughout her high school career. She has achieved at the highest levels because of her love of learning and innate intelligence. Some of her most fulfilling activities include participating in independent science research, Habitat for Humanity, the World Language Honor Society, National Honor Society, Freshman Buddies, Volleyball-a-thon, and Winter and Spring Track, which led her to the state championship for pole vault. She also spends time outside of school as a gymnastics coach and a country club fitness center attendant. All this while earning a weighted GPA of 98.5575. Samantha will be taking her love of learning and her many, many talents to Villanova University this fall, where she will be studying chemical engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, our salutatorian, Ms. Samantha Siapa.
Like my previous classmates, I would like to thank everyone who helped make today possible. Ms. Brzezinski, Mr. Cole, Mr. Coletti, Dr. Bossert, the Board of Education, and to our teachers and parents that have stuck by us through even the most difficult times. And of course, thank you to the class of 2017. Let's take a second to consider how we're feeling. I can tell you with certainty that I'm nervous, and right now, most of us probably feel the same way. Now rewind back to 13 years ago on our first day of kindergarten. Pretty much the same feeling. Although we've learned and experienced more than I can express in this short speech, we still have the same human reaction to the uncertainty that lies ahead. The same butterflies that filled our stomach after our school bus carried us off to Harley and ultimately our future. We had no idea what to expect, and there is no way we could have imagined friendships that we would form and the adventures we would embark on during our time here. And now as we prepare to go our separate ways and experience life beyond Elwood, we still don't know exactly what to expect. But what I've realized is that the guidance we've received and the lessons we've learned from our teachers, family, and friends have left us equipped with all we need for the future. Although we may not have realized it while it was happening, because we are more concerned with figuring out a ride home from a football game, or if our Spirit Week outfits were too extra, high school has provided us with everything we need to know for the future. Here at John Glenn, in addition to the curriculum, we have learned, thanks to Mr. Harrington, that we did not wake up today to be mediocre. We've learned, thanks to Mr. Shanahan, that the sky is blue because God loves John Glenn. We've learned from the English department that you shouldn't do life studies in one night, but we've also learned that it is possible. We've learned to pack our own lunches during an intense game of Senior Assassins, because Senior Priv is a battlefield. But we've also learned that when you do leave, always come back early before there's nothing but one teacher spot left in the senior parking lot. We've learned that gym volleyball can be more dangerous than you would expect. And we've also learned all the lyrics to Fireflies, thanks to Brett McNiff. But our experiences are not only limited to the high school. In Harley, we learned to be kind to others and to wait our turn, and saw that sometimes the best things take the most time. In Boyd, we learned about responsibility and how to compromise when we shared a locker, and we realized that not everything can always go our way. And in middle school, we learned that friendships can often be complicated, but the best ones are always worth fighting for. Throughout our years here in Elwood, we have built a support system that will not only grow as we move forward with our futures, no matter what that entails. But it's encouraging to know that any time we return, the foundation we built here will be here to propel us forwards. And this foundation has proven its worth throughout our years here, as we've learned the hard way that nothing is guaranteed, so we must continue to be there for each other and support those around us. We were introduced to the concept of grief too young when we lost Sarah Boss, and we figured out how to be strong through the most tough and unfair obstacles that we have faced, and we've managed to grow even closer from them. We feel this strength today more than ever in our continued efforts to remain Serena strong, and we are so thankful to have Serena here with us today, ending our high school years as an undivided force, the same way we started it. As we go our separate ways, I hope that we will all take what we've learned here with us, find more people to lean on, and that we will all grow stronger through every obstacle we may encounter. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2017.
Thank you, Samantha. And now, I am pleased to welcome our valedictorian, Mr. Michael Herman, to the podium. To share his humbled remarks with the class of 2017. Over the past 4 years, Michael has challenged himself with the most rigorous academic program at Elwood-John H. Glenn High School. Michael is one of the select few students nationally to score a perfect 36 composite score on the ACT. He was a national merit finalist. He earned the PTSA gold medal in math, science, and Italian. He also received 2 first-place wins on American Association of Teachers of Italian exam, earning a scholarship in the form of an all-expenses-paid trip to Italy to study abroad this summer. In addition, he hit the perfect score, 100, on 4 Regents exams: algebra, global history, geometry, and the Flax B. The other 7, he only scored between a 97 and a 99. Michael has also been actively involved in a plethora of extracurricular activities, both in the high school and community. Most notably, he was a member of the Knowledge Masters, Science Olympiads, Mathletes, and the table tennis team. Science Olympiad medalist, and became a countrywide high scorer in the Mathletes. Countywide, sorry. County, just. He was also the cross-country captain. Above all, as Michael's message will reveal to you, he is a kind and humble person. So it is easy to see why Michael received a substantial scholarship to Boston University, where he will be attending this fall to study business and finance. Ladies and gentlemen, our class of 2017 valedictorian, Michael.
I know it's been said before, but it can't hurt to reiterate. None of us would be here today if it weren't for the support of you, our family and friends. So, thank you. But what does it actually mean for us to be graduating here today? It means everyone sitting here in front of me took the required courses: English, government, even dreaded chemistry. It means we all got a 65 or better most of the time. Nevertheless, we've all worked for this. Individually and collectively, we've done so much more than just scrape by. We've shown our talents countless times, in athletics with undefeated tennis seasons and volleyball championships, in academics with Science Olympiad medals and merit scholarships, and in the arts with virtuoso performances on the stage. Most importantly though, we've shown our limitless compassion and unbounded optimism in our classmates' time of need. But now, we're moving on. Though some of us might stay in Elwood, in the next few months we'll all be leaving the home we have here at John Glenn. It's finally time for us to share our talent, our ambition, and our compassion with the world. In this moment, we're now crossing the finish line of a 13-year-long educational marathon, and we've all earned the right to celebrate. You don't have to have come in first place or taken the gold medal to have achieved something incredible. Each of us had our own race to run, with some of us having to work harder than others. In fact, I think that maybe the people who deserve the most praise today aren't the ones you see here on the Whittier's podium. They're the ones who finished the race when they've been told from the start that they should have given up. They're the ones who have the guts and the determination to reach for things seemingly beyond their limits and take those things into their grasp. To stick with the marathon metaphor, what we have now is a runner's high. We're excited, we finally made it. But there's always new challenges on the horizon. The finish line that we crossed today may just be the start of a whole new race. That could mean college for some, starting a career, or joining the military for others. But it could also mean life as an adult. The only way for us to continue to find success in the future is to channel that energy, that runner's high that we have now, into these new endeavors. It's okay to forget about acids and bases or the fundamental theorem of integral calculus, and I think that some of you probably already have. But what we need to hold on to going forward are the real lessons that we've learned here at John Glenn. How to work hard, how to build relationships, and above all, how to fulfill our unique potential and capacity for greatness. May you all find the success that I know you are capable of, and may you find happiness in that success. Thank you once again, and congratulations to everyone.
Now to welcome back our Superintendent of the Elwood Public School District, Dr. Kenneth Bossert, who would like to also extend his personal remarks with you this evening. Dr. Bossert.
I do have some prepared remarks before I offer them to the class of 17. I have a bit of a confession to make. Most of you are aware that there is a regulation that prohibits prayer in school. I must admit that I was praying throughout the day, and apparently those prayers were answered, and I continued to pray while we stand on stage. That the dark clouds that you don't see, but we do, stay over there. Or else you wouldn't have gotten to hear this speech, which was on the chopping block, thanks to Mrs. Brzezinski. But I would like to congratulate the class of 2017, and while I do that, thank you, the parents and family and special guests who made education a priority in your household and make academics a priority that clearly counted with your students. I'd like to thank all the teachers, not just those who are present today, but those who began their educational journeys in kindergarten to help them achieve this milestone. And I would also like to thank Mr. Cole, Mr. Coletti, and Mrs. Brzezinski for the wonderful leadership they showed at John Glenn High School and our graduates today. This year afforded me the opportunity to interact with many members of the senior class. I've observed you in your classrooms, the hallways, in the cafeteria, on the athletic fields, on the court, and on the stage. You have shared your talents in academics, athletics, the arts, music and drama, with your families and with the community. You've brought positive attention to our school district, as Elwood-John H. Glenn High School has been identified as a New York State Reward School. You have brought us great pride in athletics, as many of our teams experienced winning seasons, and all of our teams were identified as scholar athletes this spring. You put on a production of Grease that would have made John Travolta proud. You have represented Elwood proudly in competitions in music and art, earning various group and individual accolades. You obtained all new heights in mock trial competitions, and I know your parents can profess to your debate and argumentation skills. Members of the class have been accepted to many of the finest learning institutions that our nation has to offer. Elwood will be very well represented when classes begin in the fall. Members of the class have elected to serve our country in the military, bringing great pride to our community. And some of you will join the workforce using Some will join the workforce using and applying the skills they have gained here at Glenn. Many of these accomplishments have been documented and celebrated throughout the year on our website, in newsletters, in local papers, on News 12. Some of our finest accomplishments, however, have not been met with great fanfare. You have performed acts of charity. You have given back to your community. You have shown kindness and respect to your classmates and teachers. You have made healthy choices. You have known when to say no. You made a decision to walk away. You didn't get behind the wheel. These are the most important decisions you have made, and the ones that only you are aware of. I've also had the opportunity to get to know some of you on a more personal basis. Thank you for the time you spent with me to help me to learn and gain perspective on our district. This is some of what I've learned. I have learned that students in Glenn play table tennis, not ping pong, and they take it rather seriously. I have learned you cannot identify a valedictorian by his haircut. I have learned that ahead of many other challenges, student parking is an issue that must be addressed on an immediate basis. I have learned that chicken knockout can be as fun at 17 as it was at 7. Round of applause for chicken knockout, thank you. I have learned that we are the John Glenn Knights. And now that we have voted, we know which knight we are. If you look on the back of your programs, that's the night. I have learned that to gain followers on Twitter, you tell your students that is how you plan to announce snow days. I have learned that mozzarella's pizza is very popular amongst our senior class. And I've learned that our senior boys can rock outstanding suits to formal dances. Most importantly, I have learned that this is a group of seniors who will rally around the cause or a friend who is in need. It is their goal to leave this school district better when they arrived. They have made us all very proud, and we are confident they will continue to do that in the fall. During commencement exercises, I've been known to quote philosophers, presidents, poets, and the like. For the class of 2017, because of their unique character, I am quoting a fictional character. It was none other than Ferris Bueller who said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it. Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2017, thank you for bringing great pride to our community. And as your journey beyond Glenn continues, don't forget to stop and look around once in a while, because you can miss it. Congratulations to John Glenn High School.
Thank you, Dr. Bossert. I too have been praying, not just today, but for weeks on end. This year, our Board of Education President, Mr. Michael Lamena, has graciously deferred his welcoming remarks to two very special guest speakers today. Our Board Vice President, Mrs. Julia Freed, and Board Trustee, Mrs. Deborah Weiss, who also happen to be proud parents of two very special graduates, and the last two speakers this evening. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Vice President of the Board of Education, Mrs. Julia Freed, who would like to congratulate the class of 2017.
Thank you. Second to last. Dr. Bossert, Mrs. Brzezinski, Mr. Cole, Mr. Coletti, members of the administration, faculty and staff, family and dear friends, and the graduates of the class of 2017, it is indeed my honor to speak with you today. I've known many of you and your families since before kindergarten. You're a class of talented and kind young people. You've succeeded academically, musically, athletically, and socially. Some of you have extraordinary talents, but all of you are extraordinary. Some of you have begun to discover what you're passionate about, and many of you are about to start that journey. We're all different, and we all find our way at different times. Just like back in Harley Avenue, when some of you loved Chicken Knockout, some of you didn't, and some of you discovered that on senior day, it actually is a fun game. So even though we're all different and we need to respect those differences, I'd like to talk with you today about how we're all the same. All of us have our roots here in Elwood. We're a small community. We're proud, and most importantly, we take care of each other. No matter where you are on your journey to finding your best self, Elwood will always be your anchor. This is a place that, along with your family, helped to form who you are. You may drift far or stay close to your anchor, but Elwood will always be your home. Much of this has to do with the people that are here. As with many communities, Elwood is a place of everyday heroes. We're surrounded by them, but sometimes we don't notice them. Think back to a time that challenged you, the loss or illness of someone you loved, the relationship or friendship that didn't work out the way you hoped for, the mistake that you wish you could take back. Chances are you encountered an everyday hero. Maybe it was a friend who said the right thing, or a security guard that started your day with a smile, or a teacher who complimented your effort instead of your grade, or a parent who gave you a pass when you made that mistake because they knew it wasn't typical for you. In turn, all of us have the ability to be an everyday hero to someone else. That's what makes us human, and that's what makes us the same. I'd like to share with you a story about someone special to me. His name was Vinny, and he was my brother-in-law, but more like my brother since I was 10 years old. From the outside, Vinny was an ordinary guy. Just like you today, he graduated high school. He went away to college, but he found out that being away wasn't for him. He came home from school and continued his education at a community college. Although he did complete his education at Suffolk, Vinny was never a traditional student. But that didn't mean that he didn't want to learn. His favorite subject, in fact, was other people. He listened, he responded, and he cared. When he was younger, he was always there and ready to help. He showed up to fix things, whether it was a broken toaster or a broken heart. In his 20s, Vinny found one of his passions by becoming a New York City fireman. And after 9/11, he spent many months helping to find his fellow firefighters at Ground Zero. Like many of his colleagues, Vinny got sick. When he was in the hospital, I learned that Vinny wasn't just my everyday hero. He was a hero to many people. Visitors came from every aspect and every time period of his life and told stories that he never told me. Apparently, he went back to his high school and rooted for his old wrestling team. He donated money to pay for their uniforms and trips. He organized a funeral and gave a special eulogy for a homeless man that lived near his firehouse. He spent a full day fixing the pool filter of the woman that worked at his dry cleaner because she couldn't afford the repair. The stories were countless and ones that we never heard before. When Vinny was at Sloan Kettering, they called him the mayor. He knew everyone's name, much like Dr. Cancroft. The housekeepers, the nurses, the therapists, the residents, the secretaries, the food service workers, and the doctors were all equally important to him. He treated them with kindness and astonished us by knowing the details about each and every one of their lives. Everyone was close family and friends to Vinny. His hospital room was always packed with people telling stories of how he came to save them. So why am I telling you all this today? Well, Vinny has shifted the way I think about success, and I think he can shift your view too. From the outside, Vinny was just a regular guy, an ordinary guy, but he accomplished extraordinary things, and he did so in a way that anyone can emulate. All of you deserve to be here today and should be proud. All of you have worked hard in your own way. All of you have faced challenges and fought your own battles. All of you have different talents and passions, but each and every one of you, no matter the path you have walked or the one that you take after Jan Glenn High School, has the ability to be an everyday hero to someone. Realizing that caring, compassion, and kindness can make a difference in the world is the first step. Also, remember to save some of that compassion for yourself. You will make mistakes, and you have to forgive them and move on and learn from them. By striving to impact others' lives for the better, you will already be doing extraordinary things, even as young people. So you come from a small community that cares about you and loves you. Elwood, your anchor, has helped define the first years of your life, and now you go and get to define yourself. That's really exciting for all of you. I love this community because of all the special people I have come to know here, the parents I have volunteered with over the years, the teachers who have worked so hard to get you here today, those of you who have brightened my home with your presence for years, my Girl Scout troop, who always look for ways to make our community a kinder place. These are some of my heroes here. Knowing this class as I do, I look forward to a world that will be changed for the better in ways big and small by each and every one of you. So go out and recognize and appreciate your everyday heroes, but better yet, go out into the world and be one. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I would like to introduce to you our board trustee, Mrs. Deborah Weiss, who also has some comments to share with the class of 2017.
Hi, I've been told to talk fast because it's going to rain, but those of you who know me know I do talk fast. Good evening. Congratulations, class of 2017, and to everyone in this audience tonight who in some way has helped you to get to this day. Elwood is more than a community. We are one big extended family. I am honored to speak to you tonight as an alumni of John Glenn, a parent of now a graduated senior, and most importantly, as a member of the Elwood family. As individuals, each of you have uniquely wonderful gifts that you will take far in your life. You share many fine traits as well. You are sensitive, loving, intelligent, responsible, and passionate about succeeding in your chosen fields. For the past 13 years, I've enjoyed the opportunity to watch you all grow from incredible cute kids into confident young adults. It was a mere 4,672 days ago on a sunny September day that you boarded the bus for your very first day of kindergarten at Harley Avenue. Armed with your Buzz Lightyear and Disney Princess backpacks, you were led into the cafeteria and your journey began. For us, your parents and loved ones, it seems like yesterday that you were short, bouncy, inquisitive kids, and yet today, you sit before us in your cap and gowns, graduating high school and heading off to the next leg of your journey. Though it may seem that it's taken you forever to reach this point, it has happened all too quickly for us. Yet, it is time for us to send you on your way to start the next phase of your life. Elwood has given you a solid foundation. I know you are well prepared and dedicated to your dreams. Never lose sight of those dreams and never compromise anything to reach them. 35 years ago, I sat where you are sitting today. They're probably the same chairs as when I graduated. I recall several things about my graduation day. It was an outdoor ceremony, a hot and sunny day, and my heels kept sinking into the grass. Most of all, I remember how eager I was to leave Elwood and begin my new life. Now don't get me wrong, my years in Elwood were memorable. They were filled with lots of school spirit, football parties after every game, lasting friendships, and teachers who inspired me to be who I am today. Never did I intend on moving back to a town that growing up didn't have a library or a main street. And never ever would I have imagined I'd be standing on this graduation stage tonight speaking to you. The moral of my story, never say never. Since that sunny June day back in 1982, I've been given some great advice that has guided me through my life, and I'd like to share it with you tonight. Life is one big road trip, and where you end up is not necessarily where you initially planned to go, but that's okay. Up until today, we, your parents, have been the drivers on this incredible road trip, guiding you, helping you define and develop your interests and your talents. When you detoured, we steered you back in the right direction. Today, we hand you the keys, and you now become the driver of your own destination. So, adhere to these rules on the road of life. Get yourself a go-to person. Find somebody who is further along in your journey than you currently are. It could be an upperclassman or a senior person at work. Someone who's been down the road that you are about to go on and can provide you with guidance and support. I lean on these people all the time. In fact, I search them out. They have helped to steer me in the right direction and stay on course. Practice your social skills every day. You will be meeting new people all the time and experiencing different situations. So learn to greet the world confidently, learn how to look people in the eye during a conversation, how to smile warmly upon greeting them, and how to shake their hand with sincerity. Learning to listen and to communicate was my single most important lesson outside the classroom. It has helped me countless times to navigate challenging situations. Respect others and be nice to everyone. You guys have this one mastered. If I had a penny for every smile, door you held open, or thank you I received from you, I would be a millionaire tenfold. Never underestimate the power of your kindness and what it contributes to those around you. On my worst days, you have extended me that kindness and lifted my spirits. Thank you. I will miss this quality of yours the most. Have unshakable faith in yourself. Don't obsess about what others think of you. Worry most about the person who stares you back in the mirror. Your happiness will be the foundation of your success in life. Happiness at work, in your personal life, and having the confidence in whatever you do. Lastly, always remember that you have family who love you no matter what. If you make a mistake, if a situation seems hopeless or an obstacle insurmountable, or if you just feel certain that we won't understand, know that we are ready to listen, to love, to help, and mostly not to judge. And that extends to your Elwood family. It is what connects us as a community and brings generations of us back here to raise our families. Finally, wherever your journey takes you in this great world, always look up to the sky above. Not today, but it's usually bright, beautiful, and full of endless possibilities, just like all of you. So go, have a great life, live your dreams, and may God watch over all of you and bless you each and every day. Elwood will always be your home. Congratulations, John Glenn, class of 2017.
Thank you. As building principal, I have to make the executive decision to forego parts of our program, which include a wonderful display of musicianship by our chorus and our band, and our senior presentation of the class gift. I will at this moment ask our senior class officers to join me on the podium as we traditionally have a moment to do the, well, not on the podium rather, to do the tassel turn and cap toss. The senior officers and all school officers will now come out and lead the class of 2016 in the tassel exchange, followed by the cap toss. All of these young men and women have been exceptional leaders throughout their years here at John Glenn. The significance of the tassel exchange is that when the students move their tassel from right to left of their caps, they have symbolically moved from soon-to-be graduates to graduates. They do this in unison to reflect the solidarity of the class of 2007. After the tassel exchange, the officers will then lead a countdown to the cap toss. On the count of 3. We're gonna go right to left. Ready? Congratulations. We are now ready to do our cap toss. If you have a camera, I suggest you get it ready. The members of the class of 2017 toss their claps in unison, and it makes a pretty impressive picture. So, following the cap toss, we will be proceeding out immediately, and we ask that you allow the graduates to leave before exiting your seats. Ready? Congratulations, the class of 2017.